Alright, Halloween fans, let's do a myth to fact countdown on how this night actually started. 1. Myth: Halloween was invented by candy companies. Fact: the roots go back over 2,000 years to the Celtic festival of Samhain, pronounced Samhain. It marked the end of harvest and the start of the dark half of the year. People believed the boundary between the living and the dead thinned, so they lit bonfires, wore disguises, made offerings to keep spirits from messing with crops and homes. Candy giants came much, much later. They amplified Halloween, they didn't invent it. 1. Myth: trick-or-treating is an American thing. Fact: the custom traces to medieval Europe. There was souling in England and Ireland. Poor folks visited homes on Hallowmas, praying for the dead in exchange for soul cakes. In Scotland and Ireland, kids went guising, dressing up and performing little tricks for treats. Immigrants brought those traditions to North America, where they merged into modern trick-or-treating by the early 20th century. 1. Myth: jack-o'-lanterns were always pumpkins. Fact: original jack-o'-lanterns were carved from turnips carved from beets in Ireland and Scotland. The name comes from a folktale about Stingy Jack, a trickster doomed to wander with a burning coal inside a carved root. When people got to the United States, pumpkins, native to the Americas, were bigger and easier to carve, so the pumpkin took over. 1. Myth: Halloween is just about fear. Fact: it's also a practical seasonal ritual. Samhain was about transitioning into winter, gathering, storing, remembering the dead, resetting social rules. Later, the Catholic Church layered in All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day on November 1st and 2, creating Hallowtide. Fear and fun are part of it, but community and memory are baked in. 1. Myth: witches, black cats, and ghosts are just random spooky add-ons. Fact: they're cultural echoes. Disguises started as protection from wandering spirits. Black cats linked to old European superstition and witchcraft lore. Ghosts fit the Samhain belief that the dead could visit. Even bobbing for apples nods to Roman Pomona festivals blending into Celtic lands after conquest. So, how did Halloween start? Picture ancient bonfires on chilly hills. People wearing rough masks, carrying embers home to relight their hearths, hoping the harvest would last. Over centuries, Christianity reframed the season with holy days. In the 1800s and 1900s, Irish and Scottish traditions crossed the Atlantic, met American abundance, and evolved into neighborhood parties, costumes, and door-to-door sweets. By the mid-20th century, cities promoted trick-or-treating as a safer, community-centered alternative to rowdy pranks, cementing Halloween as we know it. Here's the simple timeline: ancient Celts, Samhain, end of harvest, spirits near. Medieval Europe, souling and guising. Church overlay, All Hallows Eve, plus All Saints, plus All Souls. Immigration to America. Pumpkins, parties, parades. Modern era, candy, costumes, community. So no, candy companies didn't create Halloween. They just sweetened a much older story about change, memory, and lighting the dark together. If you learned something, drop your favorite costume idea below. And yes, turnips do make terrifying jack-o'-lanterns.